It's pretty common to want to use a video as a background design element on your web page. Here's an example from the Lady Gaga website, and just look at what that brings to this web page design. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can add your own background video to your Next.js application using Mux and the Next video package. Let's get started. There's 3 things that you're going to need to follow this tutorial: a Mux account, a test video to work with, and a Next.js project. If you don't already have a Next.js project, you can create one using the Next.js setup command in your terminal and follow the on-screen prompts. So I'm going to open up the terminal and change directories to my code directory, and I'll run npx create next app at latest. This is going to take us through a step-by-step process for setting up that Next.js application. I'm just going to accept all the defaults here. All right, now that it looks like it's been created, I'm going to change directories into the Next background video folder. I'll open this up in my editor of choice, and I'll also just go ahead and run the Next.js application to make sure that it all loads up as we expect. There we go. So now let's go ahead and move forward with editing this page to show a background video. Now, if you were to simply drop a video into your Next.js public directory and load it on your site, it wouldn't be very performant. Instead, we're going to use HLS playback from Mux, which breaks the video up into smaller chunks for smoother delivery in your application. So to do that, we're going to use the Next video package for Next.js. We can select this command and copy it and paste it right into our terminal to install it in our application. I'm going to run this command to set up Next video in our Next.js project and follow the instructions along the way. Now you can see here it's asking me what directory should Next video use for video files. The default videos directory is a good choice, so we're just going to hit enter to accept that. It's detected that this is a TypeScript project. We're going to update the tsconfig to use the appropriate types, and we're also going to add a watch command to our dev script. And what this will do is anytime it detects that a video has been dropped in our videos directory, it will be uploaded to Mux behind the scenes. It's going to generate a metadata file right alongside of your local video, and that's going to tell your Next.js application how to retrieve that video from Mux when it's called for playback. You don't need to commit the video to your Git repository. It can be ignored and just stored locally so that you can hold on to it, but you won't actually use that video file within your project. We'll use the optimized version from Mux instead. Now that we've set up Next video, there's only one more step to take, and that's to connect our Mux account with our Next.js application. If you don't have a Mux account already, you can quickly get started for free with the new Mux integration, which is available in the Vercel marketplace. Once you create your free Mux account, you'll be taken to the dashboard, and in the dashboard, we're going to want to visit Settings, Access Tokens. Here, we can generate a brand new access token that will be used to connect your Mux account to your Next.js application. I'm selecting the environment here. I will give permissions for Mux video, and I'm going to give the access token a name. I'm going to call mine Delete Me so that I remember to remove it after this video has been recorded. I'll click Generate Token, and then I can click on Download as M file, which will save these tokens to my machine. Now I'll open up my editor, and I will drag the .m file right on over to my Next.js project. I'm just going to rename it to .m, a little bit more conventional that way. And if you have an existing project that you're working with and an existing .m file, you can just add these 2 variables to the bottom of that file. Now that we've got our Mux credentials in place, we're ready to start our application back up. I'm going to run npm run dev. And you can see we have an additional log here that's saying watching for file changes within the videos directory, and we started the server again. So let's pop open this videos directory and take a look. See that there's an existing test metadata JSON file that allows you to embed a test video into your application. We could use this, but I'm just going to show you how to upload our own video instead. I have this test video here, so I'll take this file and I'm going to drag it right into the videos directory. And look what happened over here in the console. It's seeing that the new video file has been added to the videos directory, and it's uploading to Mux in the background. We also see that there's a new metadata file that's been added that contains information about the status of this particular video upload. This will automatically update as soon as the video has finished uploading so that it has the latest information about the status of that video. Once it's ready, you'll be notified right within this JSON file, and it's ready for import into our Next.js application. So let's get down to the code. Back over here on the Next Video site, we're seeing some example code of how we can get a video into our application. I'm just going to copy this example code here. I'm going to go over to our demo page and paste it right here at the top. Now, we need to adjust this example code to be the actual name of the video that we're using. So in this case, we have a video called Mux Streamloop Meter.mp4. One thing to note here, it looks like we're importing an MP4 file, but Next Video is actually overriding the import and reading the JSON file for where to serve the video from. The MP4 import format is just for convenience. And we'll just call it the constant for my video. Now I'm going to grab some boilerplate code and just overwrite all of this demo code that comes with a basic Next.js application. So I'll delete all of that and paste in our new boilerplate code. And the only part I want to update here is to replace the source with the actual name of our video constant. So let's save and format this here. And you can kind of see a sneak preview happening in the background, but I want to walk through what this code is actually doing. So we have a simple main element with some styles that allow this video to take up the full width and height of our browser. Within that, we have the video element that's imported from Next Video, and there's a couple of attributes here that are important to take note of. There's the source, which is using the imported video that we've imported up at the top of the file here. There's an autoplay attribute, which makes sure that that background video plays as soon as the page is loaded. A muted property, which helps to ensure that that video does in fact autoplay. There's a lot of restrictions. Loop will make sure that the video will loop, and the plays inline and controls is important here to make sure that we're taking control of how that video is displayed. We're hiding all of the interactive controls on that particular video. So the only other important part here are the Tailwind classes that we are using. On the class name for the video, I'm telling it that it needs to take up the entire screen. And then this H1 here is positioning it absolutely in the bottom left-hand corner of the page over the top of the video here. So if we go over to the video page, we're seeing that there are these styles in place that allow the video to appear behind that text. That's what's showing up as the background video. Now, this can be adjusted as you need. Maybe we don't need it to be the entire height of the screen. Maybe it's 96. And now we're seeing that it's still acting as a background video with the text that's selectable right on top. So that's it. You've successfully added a background video to your Next.js app using Mux and Next Video. Now your page is going to have smooth, high quality background video without any performance issues. But if you want to be the next pop star, I can't really help you out there. Until next time, thanks for watching.